Hey guys, this is Frozen Wish Studios here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, I'm going to be doing a review on Joker, leading up to Joker Folie à Deux. So Joker is a standalone origin story of one of the most iconic comic book villains of all time. Not only the most iconic out of the comic book villains, but also villains in all of cinema. And it came out in the year 2019, which do I need to say how much I love 2019? And is directed by Todd Phillips, who directed the Hangover films, with only one of them being good. So Todd Phillips isn't one of the greatest directors ever. And it tells a story. Okay, sorry, my bad. It stars Joaquin Phoenix, Robert De Niro, Zazie Beetz, Francis Conroy, Brett Cullen, Shia Wigham, Bill Camp, Glenn Fleshier, Leigh Gill, etc. And so the film tells a story taking place in the 1980s, where a stand-up comedian named Arthur Fleck has a mental condition, a mental illness where he laughs uncontrollably at pretty much anything at random. And so, yeah, he dreams of becoming a comedian, a stand-up comedian, because his persona is laugh, and laughing throughout his life. But unfortunately, he is a failed stand-up comedian. And so he idolizes the most famous comedian in Gotham, Murray Franklin, and he pretty much wants to be like him. His dream in life now is to be just like Murray Franklin, and also to get to be on his show. So he makes a comedy show to he like he stars in a stand up comedian nightclub to impress Murray. However, there is one problem. Everybody around the Arthur Fleck treats him like absolute shit, and even if he tries to tell them about why he's laughing and why he laughs uncontrollably, they will constantly bully him and make his life harder. From getting fired as a clown mascot because of him bringing a gun to the children's hospital, to getting attacked by guys in the subway. Arthur Fleck becomes mentally insane. As he would constantly murder people. No, not constantly, but he murdered. Well, yeah, to an extent, constantly. He murdered the three civilians in a subway to murdering his own mother. He becomes Gotham City's most. He turns into Gotham City's most infamous psychopath, the Joker. So yeah, now I'm sure you guys are aware of the controversy surrounding Joker. And I actually want to get this out of the way first before I get into my initial thoughts, and also my own personal background for the film. So Joker is one of the most controversial movies in recent memory, or maybe of the last decade, maybe just 2019, but. Now, personally, I was not aware of the Joker controversy. At the time, I thought that Joker was well loved, and I was so confused on why the Rotten Tomatoes score is only 68%. Yeah, but when it should be higher. I've heard people saying that Joker is a masterpiece. Well, it's actually the reason why Joker has its controversy is because of its depiction on violence, and how the violence in Joker is so real that it would either traumatize people or manipulate them into doing the same thing, into killing people. And honestly, I gotta say that is one of the stupidest controversies I've ever heard. Why would you give a movie a controversy just because of its violence? It's a movie, and plus there are so many violent movies in history, but too violent. Honestly, there are far more violent movies out there. One example being the recent Deadpool Wolverine. So yeah, Joker is nowhere near the most violent movie of all time, or at least one of them. I don't get why people complain about this movie being violent when there's like so many violent movies out there. So yeah, now yeah, and in regards to some reviews, oh yeah, going back to the controversy, there has actually been this movie has been getting a negative reviews as of lately, specifically on Letterboxd. As you know, over time, I started to discover negative reviews and see why exactly Joker's violence. Yeah, the this movie being quote unquote too violent is just it's just the stupidity of it. But the real reason why Joker's ratings aren't as high as it seems like it on the outside, the reason why is because people complain about it being pretentious and Oscar baity. Yeah, people are saying that the only reason they made Joker into a crime drama and not an action is because they just want this movie to be in the awards, to have some award conversations. And it is noticeable that Joker does have a style that is very similar to Martin Scorsese films. It is an homage to Taxi Driver and any Martin Scorsese film. So where the main character it turns out to be a psychopath and all that stuff. Like Taxi Driver or Wolf of Wall Street, and those kinds of films. So yeah, people say that this film is a rip off to Martin Scorsese films. Like as if it's yeah, that's pretty much how this film is being very Oscar baity. Is that it tries to is that it's pretty much trying to rip off the style of renowned filmmakers like Scorsese, and then just call it a day and say, okay, we got our Oscar movie, now let's win all the Oscars. Instead of actually trying to be itself. That's what I hear from the complaints. It's not me, it's just what I know. And yeah, it's understandable, but yeah, does that stop me from loving a Joker? Hell no. Yep, guys, I think you can already tell by now, just but from the beginning of the review, that I absolutely love Joker. And yeah, this was actually one of my most anticipated movies of 2019 list. But I remember, I did not. This was not among my most anticipated movies of 2019 list at the very start of the year. Why? Because I will say, I already knew that there was going to be a Joker spin-off at the beginning of the year, but I was like wondering, how are they going to do this? Yeah, I'm sure people were concerned and skeptical about this idea on why they are doing why they're doing a Joker film, a spin-off, because Joker is basically just a psychopath, a clown. He kills people, and he basically has the most basic ass or origin story ever. Basically, he just falls into an acid. So yeah, if that was the origin story they're going for, like just him falling into chemicals and then killing people, then that would have been unnecessary and pointless. However, what they did with this film is that they well, I'll talk about that later. But when I saw the trailer for the film, I saw what they were trying to do about the fact that they're actually not making they're straying away from the comic book lore, and are making this like feel like a standalone film that's just based on a comic book character, and it was going to be artistically made. I was immediately on board with with that trailer. With that trailer, I was instantly on board with it. This immediately became one of my absolute most anticipated movies of the year. But I gotta be honest, I was not expecting this to be R-rated. I don't know why, maybe because I didn't see any R-rated elements in the trailer. But when the movie was revealed to be R-rated, I was kind of surprised about it. But yeah, yeah. And after I saw Joker for the very first time, yeah, I absolutely love Joker. It was one of my absolute favorite movies of 2019. In fact, I remember this movie being my second favorite movie of 2019, second only behind the Avengers Endgame. Like, I remember Endgame and Joker were like neck and neck as my favorite movies of that year. I even put this up. I even initially put this above, ranked this above Frozen 2, which, yeah, I mean, but that was when I saw Frozen 2 for the first time. And yes, now, yes, I will say that Frozen 2 was not my favorite movie of all time when I first saw it. Yeah, believe it or not. Now, I will make a video talking more about this and how Frozen 2 eventually became my favorite movie and how it changed my life. I will make a video on that, like on Frozen 2's 5th anniversary next month. But now let's focus more on Joker. I only brought it up because I did put Joker above Frozen 2 in my best movies of 2019 list. So yeah, now yeah, and okay, well, okay, bro, sorry, I was lost for a bit. Okay, as of now, on rewatch, in preparation for Joker Folia 2, I gotta say, Joker is still a freaking masterpiece today. To this day, and it is in my top 5 favorite movies of 2019 list. Joker is an absolute game changer for a comic book film that deserves all the awards it gets. Yeah, guys, we need more awards for comic book films. And the fact that there were 2 years in a row where the Academy has given it Best Picture, yeah, that was well deserved. You know, with last year being Black Panther and this year being, oh wait, sorry, my bad. With the Oscars, with the Black Panther being nominated at the Oscars 2019 and Joker being nominated at the Oscars 2020. Yeah, it's that good. And yeah, I mean, comic book movies at the time were at their prime. And I know people were like complaining. People are complaining the hell out of those two comic book films getting nominated for Best Picture. Yes, I will say that the Dark Knight and Logan getting snubbed for Best Picture, especially Dark Knight, was an absolute travesty. But come on, guys, can comic book films at least get a chance for Best Picture? I think Black Panther getting nominated for Best Picture was a gift from heaven, and so does Joker. But I would say that I think that Black Panther's Best Picture nomination was a bit more impactful because Joker getting nominated for Best Picture, I did see that coming. But Black Panther's Best Picture nomination, I was not expecting that at all. But I think this movie deserves it. And to the people, and this movie definitely deserves all the praise from the people with an actual brain. Yeah, those who love Joker, they are the smart ones. They are the ones that I think have a good taste in film. But I'm not going to lash out on people who hate this film. Besides, now yes, if you don't like this film for ripping up Martin Scorsese, fine. But if you hate this film just because it's too violent and you just want to, like, put your ass in that shitty ass controversy, then just fuck off, please. And no, I'm not. But y'all, screw it, yeah. But yeah, just go fuck yourself if you think that. Yeah, just fucking grow up. If you like, what is it with you guys complaining about violence in movies? But anyways, moving on. Yeah, let's first talk about the most popular aspect of the film. Pretty much the center of the reasons why people love Joker, why this movie is so loved. Joaquin Phoenix's performance as Arthur Fleck / Joker. Now Joaquin Phoenix is in my top 10 favorite actors of all time. I absolutely love Joaquin Phoenix, and I can't think of a single bad performance of him. And also, yes, I can think of his weakest film. I do have an easy pick for his weakest film, which is Napoleon. At least Joaquin Phoenix gave a good performance as Napoleon in that film. But yeah, Arthur Fleck / Joker is Joaquin Phoenix's greatest performance of all time in his career. No competition. No other performances from him can match what he did with his character. Now, I know the haters of Joker claim that we, the supporters of the film, only praised it just because of Joaquin Phoenix's performance as Joker. But yeah, and yes, I almost forgot to mention before I do. Joaquin Phoenix would be my second favorite Joker. Heath Ledger is still my favorite, but Joaquin Phoenix is close. But it's not only because of Joaquin Phoenix's performance as Joker that makes this film so loved. There are other reasons to praise the hell out of this film too. We all know Joker's origin story from the comics, which I mentioned earlier, but this film took a grounded approach to your origin story. It strayed away from comic accuracy, and it shows that you don't need to be faithful to the comics in order to make a truly great comic book movie. Arthur Fleck's origin story is so complex, thought-provoking, and interesting. Now, a little fun fact about me. I'm gonna make this quick. I want to share this with you. It's not off topic. It is related to Joker. But when I was 8 years old, when I was like a kid, I used to laugh uncontrollably too. I used to laugh all the time, up to the point where I would get called out for it. Like yeah, whenever someone I know, like my classmate, does something stupid, I laugh at it and I get called out for it. Basically, like everyone remembers me as the guy who like laughs nonstop, who loves to laugh. Yeah, honestly, I would have related to Arthur Fleck's Joker, and yeah, kid me would have related to Arthur Fleck, because I also laughed uncontrollably, even if someone does me wrong. Yeah, and also, yeah, like for example, I remember this kid in my class the teacher asked my kid what's 1 plus 1, and the kid couldn't answer it. So me and a few of my friends were laughing. We're laughing at it. Yeah, but that's mainly because of me me having a hard time trying to control my laughter. But as of now, no, I don't relate to Arthur Fleck anymore. I guess sometimes I see society the way Arthur Fleck is, especially on the internet, but not up to the point where I would kill someone. I would never do that. Of course, like why would I do that? But just me laughing uncontrollably. Yeah, kid me can relate to that. So yeah, just a little backstory there about that. But what's most interesting about the writing is the way this film depicts society and how there are bad people in this world. Arthur Fleck is just a normal person with a mental illness, but the bad people around him affected his mentality so much that he becomes a worse person than them. But at the same time, you really feel sympathy for Arthur because of how the reason why he murders people is because he can't see any good in this world anymore. But but as Murray Franklin said, like not everyone in this world is awful. Like there are good people in this world, and I think that's the message of the film, is that you like society is evil, and it's not hard to see bad people in this world, but you need to, witnessing bad people, whether they do it to you or someone else, should not affect you. You shouldn't be like them. Yeah? You shouldn't be like them. You should and you should accept the fact that they're just bad people, and there's nothing you can do about it. But you should also see the good in this world, that there are good people too, and that's such a strong message that this movie has. And as someone who kind of knows the story, what the story in Joker Folie à Deux is about, it makes Arthur even more sympathetic, because from what I've heard about Folie à Deux, it's basically about Arthur Arthur being the world debating if Arthur is really a monster or not, because apparently Arthur is still himself. Like there is still the Arthur Fleck in him, the not good, but the normal Arthur Fleck, while Joker is just a split personality. Like if you read up this and look back at this film, you feel even more sympathetic for Arthur, because there's still good Arthur, but it's just that the Joker, his split personality, has taken over his life. Yeah. The direction that Todd Phillips brings to the table is absolutely remarkable. Yeah, sure, yes. I can see these Scorsese comparisons, but it doesn't really affect this film in any shape or form. The cinematography is absolutely gorgeous as well, especially with the way they depict the 1980s at Gotham. Yeah, what beautiful. The score from Hitler, I'm not gonna pronounce his name, but yeah, the score, the Oscar-winning score, is definitely one of the best aspects of the film for damn sure. Yeah, and yeah, the score is absolutely memorable. It's haunting. Yeah, it makes the movie's tone even more haunting than it already is. And yeah, with the this score is absolutely so unique. It's unlike any other scores, and it just crawls through your skin. Thank God that this movie won Best Original Score at the Oscars. It is absolutely well deserved. And the film is well edited and paced as well, because there was never a slow nor boring scene in this art house blockbuster. And yes, this movie is categorized as an art house blockbuster, as similar to the likes of Blade Runner 2049, those kinds of big budget art house blockbusters. It also manages to be entertaining as well, with a rewatch value. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't say entertaining is the right word, but it's just engaging from start to finish. It's a film that was never boring throughout. Like no slow moments. Well, I already mentioned that, but and not to mention the movie is funny as well, because Arthur and Murray's jokes as well are funny, like especially in that talk show in the climax with Joker and Murray. Yeah, their jokes and exchanges are absolutely hilarious. Well, of course, except for the son got killed joke. Of course, that was not funny, but it wasn't supposed to be funny. Um, but yeah, a lot of things that Murray says, they're absolutely hilarious. This movie may not be a comedy, but the comedy in this movie actually fits well with the context of the movie, because it's about two comedians. Yeah, it's about comedians, so it makes sense that there's jokes in there. And besides Joaquin Phoenix, everyone else in the supporting cast that gave terrific performances, and they deserve to be talked about more, especially Robert De Niro and Zazie Beetz. Zazie Beetz, as Sophie, is probably neck to neck with Arthur as my favorite character in the film. She is just a great, lovable, great supporting character, and I love Murray too. Murray is just hilarious, and Robert De Niro absolutely crushes it. Um, and yes, the violence in this movie as well. Yes, it's not as violent, mainly because there aren't a lot of violent scenes in there. There's not a lot of gore, but the gore in this movie does but the gore in this movie does hit as well, specifically with this one scene, yeah, which I would say is one of my favorite scenes in the film. With I forgot the name. I think it was Detective. Oh yeah, Randall. Yeah, Randall. That's his name. There's a scene with Randall who visiting Arthur's apartment, and it was a scene where Arthur puts on his makeup, already has his makeup on, and it's like pretty much it's just in the process of putting on his Joker makeup, and then he has this conversation with Randall and Gary. Also Gary too. If I should mention Gary, the hobbit looking character, dwarf character. He honestly he should have been one of the stars of the Snow White remake. If only they used the real dwarf actors in the role of dwarves, then CGI the hell out of them. But yeah, but seriously, the scene where Arthur Fleck murders Gary by banging his head on the wall so hard that you can actually see a very, very realistic depiction of the bleeding. Yeah, that was by far the most violent scene in the film, and one of the most brutal scenes I have ever seen put in the film. I'm not exaggerating. So yeah, now there is that, but it's just one scene. No reason for controversy. And you'd also feel bad for Gary because Randall and Gary seem like a great duo. After we see Arthur like killing Randall. He kills like he threatens to kill Gary. You feel some suspense in that moment because you wonder if Arthur Fleck is actually going to kill Gary too, but turns out he doesn't. Thank God. Honestly, in that scene, when I was rewatching this film and saw the scene, I how do I say this? I was also like fearing Gary. Like I was like thinking, oh shit, is he gonna kill Gary too? But I actually keep forgetting that Arthur does not kill Gary, but only Randall, and that's actually very impactful to forget about that because you can like feel the suspense all over again. And yeah, there are some amazing moments that I want to highlight. Yeah, there is particularly the third act of the film. Well, there's also the subway kill scene, the hospital scene too. When he accidentally reveals that he has a gun and brought it to the children's hospital. Yeah, that was yeah. I felt bad for Arthur in that scene. And of course, two particular scenes that people talk about to death, and yeah, they're both the definitive best scenes in the film. One of them is the talk show scene between the Murray live talk scene with Arthur Fleck as guest. And yeah, that was where Arthur confesses that he's actually a psychopath and he wants to get revenge, and his intentions was to get revenge in society because society is like basically awful to him, and he thinks that there's nothing good in society anymore. And of course we get probably the best quote. Sorry, we get the best quote of the film. You get what you're fucking deserve. Shoots. Yeah, what a scene. And even the score behind that. Wow, it's so haunted. And of course, we got the best scene in the film, the anarchy in Gotham scene, where basically those people who are a part of the rally on with the clown mask are raiding Gotham and like burning it to the ground. And we even got to see a cameo from Bruce Wayne's parents and the child Bruce Wayne himself. That cameo is actually cool. And of course, we got Joker standing up on a taxi, showing himself off as a Joker, and putting a huge smile on his face with the blood, and in the score, dun 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 dun. Yeah, that was just incredible. So overall, Joker is an absolute masterpiece of a comic book film, and this film is also a game changer too because it's one of those rare comic book films that isn't just an action driven film, but rather it's a crime drama and a character study of the origins of the clown prince of crime that we all know today. And yeah, and forget all the controversy and unnecessary hate. Yeah, this movie is the bomb, and it certainly holds up to this very day. And it is my second favorite comic book movie of 2019, second only behind Avengers Endgame. And it's certainly one of my top 5 favorite movies of 2019. This is a part of the reasons why 2019 is one of, if not the greatest year ever, well, the definitive year for me. And yeah, and let me tell you right now, this is my favorite of the Best Picture nominees in the Oscars 2020. No, I am not kidding. It is the best one. I would put this over films like Parasite, like 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, those films. Yeah, I would put Joker above them. I know people say this is the worst of the Best Picture nominees, but to me, it is the best one. But actually, I do think that I don't mind it not winning. I think Parasite is a phenomenal winner, but yeah. So with that said, guys, I'm going to give Joker, of course, 5 stars out of 5. Perfect movie. Yes, guys, perfect. No notes. So also for my review of Joker, yes, I am so ready to see Joker Folie à Deux tomorrow. I am seeing it in IMAX. Yes, IMAX. Because I heard that Joker is one of the best IMAX experiences of the year. Whether you like it or not. Yeah, anything that's filmed with IMAX 70 millimeters camera, I am so seeing in IMAX. So yeah, what are your thoughts on Joker? Would you agree with me that Joker this is a masterpiece and a perfect movie that deserves all the awards, or are you one of those people who hates this movie and thinks it's overrated? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my review on Joker Folie à Deux. Will Joker 2 be even better than the first film? Find out in my out of theater reaction, because of course, yes, I will do that. So yeah, bye guys.